Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it's the end of the month, February, and like always, after completing my financial statements, I share my financial position with you guys. So yeah, this time around there's something special as well. So I will be sharing my entire portfolio towards the end of the video, and we'll just have a look at it. So let's get it rolling. Alright guys, so these are the three statements that I update on a monthly basis: the income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow. I will leave the link to the template of this particular spreadsheet in the description below. So if you guys would like to use it for yourself, definitely go ahead and do so. In this video, I will quickly run through how I update it on a monthly basis, but I have also made a dedicated video to like explain what is all these three statements about. It would be on my channel under some financial statement title. But anyways, let's move on. So active income for this month, it was nothing since I was studying pretty dedicated into my studies for that month. So I earned nothing essentially in active income. Dividends, I got $101.79. This was from CWA, China Water Affairs. I've made a dedicated video on that. If you would like to explore, I will also link it down in the description below. Then we have the interest income. Interest income is whatever I get, like the cash backs from my credit card, or the interest from my bank accounts and all those things. So that amounted to about $29.23. Then CPF IS earnings again is the earnings on my investments, but done through a CPF account. If you don't know what is a CPF account, just forget it. It's nothing to do with you guys. And others are like random shit, which is not my core business. I put it down over here. So like a bunch of I think I did some DLC trades, so I earned this a few $100 on that. And then 180 I sold a bottle of rum that I had. Wasn't doing anything good to me, so I just sold it up. And yeah, so in total I got a revenue about $563.94. In terms of expenses, since my school is almost everything is online, so I'm not traveling to school, so there's no food expense. Groceries also I didn't buy any, like I'm just leeching off of my family. There was some transportation cost from the few days that I go to the school, so that was about $25, pretty low. Then yeah, these foods are like unnecessary expenses that I do. So yeah, I don't know what I bought for like $10.45, probably McDonald's or something. And $15 I donated this money for I've just donated to some cause. So yeah, so in total I had earnings of $512. Yeah, pretty basic, nothing good. Better than last month though, negative $81. But anyways, let's move on to the second, which is the cash flow statement. I hope that doesn't open up. All right, so for cash flow statement, it's accounting for the cash itself, nothing on credit. So yeah, my beginning cash balance was $998. So I was like pretty low on cash. Well, I mean, I invested a lot of money in January, if you saw my previous update. So yeah, I was pretty low on cash on in the start of the month. And then these are basically self-populated numbers. Don't worry about them. And then the main things that I need to update over here is the sales of assets, which is my securities or the equity or stocks that I sold. I got $18,965 from there. That's a big sale. I will go through it later on in the video. What did I sell and what I bought? So the bought ones are here as a negative because the cash is flowing out. I bought about $13,000 worth of shares. Okay, ignore this one. This is from March, which is not really necessary right now. I'll cover this up in the next video. And then yeah, these are like proceeds from any financing I take, which is like loans and stuff. So nothing got updated here. There was no change. And yeah, in the end, I'm left with a cash balance of $8,064. All right, so moving on to the balance sheet, which is like like I mentioned before, it's a report card of your current financial situation. So yeah, so we have the cash over here, and in total my equity investments, I put it down here, which at the on 1st of March I would say it was $76,171, the money that I have in equity investments. And then I put down the ones that belong to CPF over here. So yet again, CPF is a compulsory savings plan for Singaporeans. So you can invest some of the money in that savings plan according to your own wish. So I pulled out about $10,000 from there, and now it has grown to about $12,658. So I separated it out because I can't really like sell it and get cash out of it. It will just go back to the saving account. So I just keep it separate in my accounting. Then this number, the equity investment, is just the total equity investments minus the CPF investment, and I get $63,513. So this is the cash amount that I can just liquidate at any point of time if I need the cash. Right, so yeah, and CPF is like the money that I have in my CPF account, which is 50,000 right now. And we have inventory. Okay, I think it's kind of odd for someone like me to have so much money in my CPF account, because I haven't really started working yet officially started working yet. But the thing is, I have been hustling for quite a long time, like since I was 16. When I moved to Singapore, really, I started working part-time, and I did like work pretty long hours, like at times 12 to 14 hours a day. Yeah, so I did work a lot during those times, and throughout my poly. Like poly, I wasn't like studying that much, and I was just like fooling around in a way. So yeah, if I had time, I would go work, and I made a lot of money there. And you know, CPF got deposited, and then my uncle told me to like, you know, so at that point of time I was pretty dumb in terms of investments, right? So he guided me to just like put money, whatever savings I have, into my CPF account. Like in his view, it was like a safer thing, right? If not, I'm just gonna end up spending it. So as long as it's locked up in CPF, I won't be able to touch it. It's there, and that's the reason. Like I put in a lot of money, contributions to it, $700 a month at a time. So yeah, that helped me grow this by a lot. And yeah, today it stands at $50,000. Then yeah, inventory is like the watches I have with me. I just put it down here. Those I can sell as well if I want. Yeah, this is like the lowest price I would get for them, so pretty easy to sell it at that price. Okay, so then we have like our total assets add up to be about $139,064. Yeah, then moving on to the liabilities, right? We have payables, which I don't have anymore. Student loan, which stands at 8,359 as of now. Asset as under management is like my brother gave me some money to invest for him, so this is that money. And also the cash, remaining cash that I hold for him, which is $540. And total the liabilities is about $14,034. And if you minus the liability from the total assets, you'll get my net worth for at the end of that month. So at end of February, I had $125,000 in net worth, which is like a growth of 15%. So pretty amazing, right? And the thing is, like in the past I think 2 weeks, the market has been doing pretty bad. Like there have been reds all over the place. It's bleeding pretty bad, but I still managed to be in profit, actually grow my profits. So I will share with you what really happened later on when I show you my portfolio for later discussion. And yeah, so if you see over here, I'm also charting it up. So I would like it to grow every month, but obviously it's not possible, right? If life was just that easy. But yeah, so that's about it. So yeah. Okay, so that's it for the financial statement. But I mentioned earlier, right, there's something special this month. So it's my birthday month, really, March. So yeah, if you guys want to give me something, like, here's a hint. But yeah, if not, likes will do as well. Anyways, so yeah, as March is my birthday month, I thought it would be a good idea to share my entire portfolio every year, instead of, like, usually I just mention what are my buys and the sells for that particular month. But yeah, it would be a good idea if I share the entire portfolio with you guys once a year at least. So yeah, let's go to the holding. So this again, this portfolio is public. You can just go and see it anytime you want, this particular spreadsheet. And if you guys want to use the template, surely just go copy this file, delete everything, and edit and for your own needs if you'd like to. So yeah, I think I'm choosing a very bad day to show my portfolio. It's 4th of March, and the markets have been bad for this fucking week. So I'm pretty down from my highs right now. But then again, like, it's part of investing, right? There are good and the bad days or weeks or months or whatever you wanna take from it. And I wanna consistently show you guys how my portfolio is doing. So currently, right, I have 59,000 60,000 almost invested, and there is 49,000 that came from cash, and $10,606 from CPF. All right, and these are the different sectors that I'm investing in. These are the allocation per sector, then the various companies, tickers, and so on and so forth. You can explore it at your own free time. Okay, so first is the industrial sector, which takes up 10.3% of my entire portfolio, and we have ST Engineering and KPA BM holdings in that. Yep, so it's doing pretty well right now. It's even though it's a down market, right? I have seen some gains on these two companies. So currently on ST, I have a very small position of about, I think I invested $1,938, and currently there's a price appreciation of 21%. For KPA BM holding, I invested a total of $4,218, and there's a price appreciation of 34%. One thing about KPBM holding is it's paying a shitload of dividends to me. So on my $4,218, right, I'm getting a return of $400 in dividends. That's more than 10% each year. So adding that to the 34%, if I invested in KPBM holdings 6 to 7 months ago, and if you compare, like, it's already 44% gains from that if you include the dividends as well. In this particular portfolio tracking, I don't add the dividends. It's just capital appreciation over here. Right, moving on to the financials, you'll see a lot of companies in this one, and it's actually the biggest allocation of my portfolio at 27%. I didn't mean to do it. It's just that, I had my CPF money invested into the local banks, local Singaporean banks, and yeah, so DBS, OCBC, and UOB. And Ping An is like something that I got attracted to. I also made a video on that recently, and you guys can definitely go and check it out. So I invested in that as well. That bloated my financial sector position. But this sector is also doing pretty well in the recent drop in the market, so it's not a bad thing. All right, so DBS, I'm seeing it's also one lot in position, and yeah, I'm seeing a 33.83% gains on this. OCBC I have 27.44% gains. UOB I have 23.61%. Ping An Insurance just broke even. It dropped a lot, so my average price is $97.72, and there's a gain of about 0.44%. Then we have defensive sector, which is at 9.6% of my position. So yeah, this company, right, last month tripled in not triple, it quadrupled in price. There was a squeeze. I don't know why. I don't know the reason. There was no news. I don't know what happened. There wasn't insider buying as well, but somehow it went from 36 cents a share to $1.30 a share, and that's when I sold half of my position from this company, and I took a profit of about $12,000. So that's why you see such a jump in my net worth, like 15% gains there. It's mostly because of BNS International Holdings. So yeah, I still hold half of my position in this company, which is currently $7,470. The share price has dropped back to about 64 cents now. Like, that's 50% drop from the all-time highs. But I'm holding it. I still believe that this company should be valued at $1.50. It's just suppressed because of all the protests and COVID that happened in Hong Kong. It's a Hong Kong company that has two sides of the businesses. They run a retail bubble tea chain, and then they also have the distribution business for candies and stuff, both of which are badly hit by the protests and the COVID thing. So yeah, but the good thing is, within this time, right, within the past 2 years, they have doubled their outlets of the bubble tea, the bubble tea outlets. So if once the things go back to normal, right, you can see the profits, not the profits, the revenue itself doubling since like pre-protest, which is 2018 time frame. You can expect for their revenues to be double that value, and at that point of time it was trading at 90 cents per share. So if you double the share price from that, like if revenue doubles, then that should double as well, right? So it should be around $1.18, but just have a margin of safety. I would say a fair value of $1.50 is not bad, but still, yeah, it depends on the business recovering and all those situations. But I still have good faith in it. If it drops back below my average cost price, I will buy more of the shares if I have the cash to buy. So, but now I'm just holding it back. All right, and still it's giving me, for the position I still have, I'm up about 45.06% from my cost. All right, then we have technology, where I have AEM holdings. Yeah, so for AEM holdings, I have added a position to this company. It's currently at 11.9% of my portfolio, and I'm up about 10%. I invested recently, and the price dropped. I invested, actually it should be lower, since I have not updated the Singapore stock prices over here, that I have to do manually. All the rest of those exchanges, it get updated automatically, but Google spreadsheet doesn't support SGX stocks. So anyways, it should be a bit lower. The price has dropped today. Anyways, let's just take it as 11.9% of my portfolio. Then we have Ping An Healthcare, which is the Good Doctor app under Ping An Group, but it's publicly listed as well. So I bought some of that, and it represents 7% of my portfolio. I basically use all the money I made from BNS International and put most of it into Ping An Healthcare. I have 300 shares now, and yeah, at an average cost price of $124.95. Currently, it is doing pretty bad. I mean, what happened is, this month, right, I was tracking it for 2 months now, and the price was when I started tracking it, was about 100 Hong Kong dollars. And on 10th of February, ARK went into it. Miss Cathy Woods bought a shitload of I think millions of shares of this company, and that drove up the price. And I had a bit of FOMO, and also had the cash from BNS International, so I just started adding to my position. I bought first lot at, if you see here, I bought my first lot at about 139 Hong Kong dollars, the second one at 126, and then the third one at 110 Hong Kong dollars. So yeah, if the price drops again, I'm gonna average down, and eventually, I mean, whenever I start a position, I have this in my mind that for the first year I'll see a loss of about 20-30% on that. So yeah, I'm fine with that happening, and as the price drops, I will just keep on averaging down into the position. Then we have cyclicals, which is 4% of my portfolio, and I have JD in this. JD was added in January, so quite a new position as well. This has seen a price drop as well. It was trading above 400 recently, but all the tech sell off, and then yeah, the price have dropped. But I'm still in green on this stock. Then we have energy with the AG Energy Holdings, which is a natural gas exploration company, and I have 5.8% into this one. So yeah, they are paying a high dividend as well. So I have invested 3.8K in this company, right? And I'm getting a total dividends of $418, which is again more than 10% of yield on cost, which is great. Like in a year, right? And yeah, they are up 17.2% as well. So you add the more than 10%, or let's say 12% of the what do you call it, dividends, you'll get a total upside of, profits of 27 point something. All right, next is my favorite position, and this has 24.4% allocation on my portfolio. This is the China Water Affairs Group. Again, I mentioned about it, that I've made a video on this. You can definitely go and check it out. So my average cost price on this is $6.19, and yeah, I have $19,000 inside this company, and I'm down slightly on this. I mean, if I add the dividends that I get on this company, I'm probably definitely in profit. But then again, in terms of capital appreciation, it's down a bit. But I can totally see this company double, like it should be double the price it is right now. And as the profit is growing, which is growing pretty steadily, it should grow in value every year. So I think it's just under the radar. People don't know about this company, and as the profit keeps on growing, right, it will come into like people's stock screeners, and once that starts happening, right, money starts to flow in, and it will just see a squeeze to go up to its fair value. The fair value, I think, is about $11 to $12 for this company, and currently it's just at $6. So it should be double, like and I'm just gonna keep on adding to it as everything goes by. So in total, right now I have $77,800 in stocks. It's slightly above the number I mentioned in my February update, because I added another position recently, which is in the Ping An Good Doctor, 100 shares. So, and the market really dropped this week, so after adjusting everything, you'll have this figure over here. The numbers keep on changing because the market is live right now. It's open, so the numbers keep getting updated. So right now I stand at $2,957 on annual dividend. All right, and that's a yield on cost of 4.95%. Dividends per month at $246.45. So if you see my expenses, right, for the past 2 months, my total expenses is like over here it's about $300 in January, and then this month is just barely $50+. So yeah, I can totally obviously I'm relying on my family right now, but I can survive, right? My uni life, I can survive without working, which is a great thing. I don't have to take money from them to feed myself. If I have to like eat outside as well, 200 or is it almost $250 can do, like it's more than a coffee a day. And then I have a total capital appreciation of 30%. And yeah, over here in the charts you'll see all the visual versions of the information above. So I have sector allocation, whatever percentage I have in each sector, and then I have income by each sector. All right, utility you see is quite huge, and then we have sectors like healthcare, which doesn't pay anything. JD and Good Doctor doesn't pay anything. Like these are the only two position that I have which is not paying any dividend. And as I mentioned, right, I wanted to add some of my, like at least 10% of my portfolio in growth stocks. So this is it. And then we have the currency exposure. I have most exposure from China, and then secondly from Singapore dollars, and then Hong Kong dollars. So if you see, I don't have any exposure from US. I am really not. I think it's very risky to invest in US right now. The way things are going, I think it's just crazy. Like, whoever thinks like you want to invest in US, think twice. Like, really dig in. Don't listen to other people. Or I know most of the YouTubers on YouTube are Americans, right? So they are gonna talk about things they are exposed to, right? They can buy a Tesla. They talk about Tesla, but you cannot buy a Tesla. And if you are pitching their ideas, like whatever they are saying, and you're just using their brain to spread out whatever, whatever they say, then I think that's not the right thing. And if everybody in the world is investing into US, right, it's really overpriced right now. Everything is overpriced. Like, really, every single thing. You tell me one thing in one sector or that is not overly valued as compared to China right now. I have shared an example of China Water Affairs, which is a water utility company. There's no brand value as per se for these kind of utility companies, right? So at least they should trade at a similar price range. But if you see the comparison in that video that I made on China Water Affairs, you'll see how, like, utility companies in America are trading at 40 PE, whereas Chinese utility companies are trading at 6 PE. That is crazy. I don't understand why American companies have to be too overvalued. I can understand about Apple, Tesla, and so on, because obviously everybody in the world know them. But who fucking cares about utility companies? There is no brand value to them. Yeah, so I don't get that, and that's why I'm like totally out of US market right now. So there's a second tab here as well where I record down all my dividend payouts. So last year, if you have seen my previous videos, I made $877 in total from dividend. And then this month, like in the 2 months, I have already made $256. All right, and then you'll see my gains here. There's realized gains. It's a bit off, like especially for last year, because I wasn't really accounting for this this year, right? I just started accounting for the capital gain, whether it's realized or unrealized. So the numbers can be a bit off. Like, I've already realized $12,000 from the BNS International, but it doesn't reflect over here. It's just that, I wasn't really accounting for it until now, but going forward the numbers would be correct. So yeah, the unrealized gains over here, and this year itself it's about up $16,971. So yeah, talking about the stocks I sold, right? I sold UOB at the start of February because I wanted to have some cash on hand. I was really running low on cash, so I sold that. I sold my position in TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. Again, I think its exposure is mostly US, and then China is threatening to invade Taiwan. When that happens, I don't know how the US government will react. Will they put sanctions on Taiwan as well? I know they dearly need them for semiconductor manufacturing because there's a shortage of chips everywhere in the world, right? So no idea what's gonna happen, and I don't want to take the risk. So I sold it at about $134, which was really the high. Now it's trading very low, and ARK is like dumping TSM as well. So yeah, I think I made a good decision to sell it at the top. I think the top was at $136 per share. Yeah, so that was another stock that I sold. And what did I buy then? Definitely bought Ping An. I bought AEM, all right, and I actually bought 4,000 more shares of China Water Affairs in the previous month, and I'm gonna keep adding to this position. I think this is the best stock I have. It's severely undervalued. There is growth potential. The other day, somebody commented in my previous video, like, he wanted to know, like, what do the users pay for water in China as compared to US. So I went on to research. I didn't know about it also, and I didn't really check as well. So the current currently the users in China, in Beijing itself, pay 81 cents per cubic meter of water, and this against the global average of $2 is pretty big difference. So if you expect the China to go and price their water as the global average, which is $2, it already doubles, and the capacity wouldn't. I think there will be some capacity decrease because people would try to conserve more, but I don't think it will make that much of a difference, as the income for individuals in China is also increasing. So again, it's profit for the company, right? They have margins that are pretty amazing at 18%, and yeah, everything about this company checks off in my checklist, and it's undervalued. So as compared to the other stocks in the market, which is like currently trading at their all-time high, I'm really putting some of my money into China Water Affairs Group. I am not afraid that this will not go up. I'm just afraid like how long it will take to realize the potential. Like how long will it take for people to realize, notice the stock. So yeah, that's the only worry. So I guess it will take another, maybe if I have to be very conservative, another 2-3 years. But I'm willing to wait, right? I'm just gonna keep on pumping my money in. It's an opportunity that I'm glad I have. I have this period, like I'm investing in this for past, I think 2 years, not 2 years, 1.5 years. But anyways, that's it for today's episode, and until the next time, ciao.